On the hunt for comfortable, timeless Western boots? You already know the best place to shop for quality boots is at your local Tecova store. So stop by Tecovas Nashville at the Mall at Green Hills or on Broadway by Ryman Auditorium. That's right, you now have 2 locations to choose from. Grab a cold one as you shop and get fitted by a pro. Tecovas Nashville is at your service, and you can find your perfectly fitted dream boots with the help of their expert staff. Everyone will be asking where you got your sick new boots, but I won't be asking because I know they must be Tecovas. That's TECOVAS.com. Don't go gently, y'all.
Today on CityCast Nashville, we've got your guide to December, and what a fun month our city has planned for us all. We've got holiday events galore, from the Nashville Ballet's return of the Nutcracker to Hanukkah Fest at the JCC, and even a Muppet Christmas drag brunch at City Winery. I'm joined by executive producer Whitney Pastorek and Hey Nashville newsletter editor Margaret Kingsbury. And together we'll share our favorite gift spots, where to see the best holiday lights, and a top-notch New Year's Eve suggestion where we promise we won't judge you if you decide to head downtown, but we most certainly will not be joining you. If you're new here, in addition to these monthly guides, here at CityCast Nashville, we bring you daily episodes with stories that connect you with the city you love. It's Monday, December 2nd. I'm your host, Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is what Nashville's talking about. Silver bells.
Ching, ching.
Silver bells. It's
Ching,
Christmas time in Nashville.
Ring-a-ling. All right.
Ding-a-ding.
Stop. Wait, stop.
No,
Oh.
let's just sing the whole time.
No. We'll get another 1-star review.
Oh,
It won't say
no.
girls giggling. It'll say girls singing.
Oh, that's right. No girls singing. Terrible. We've made it to December, everybody, and we're here to tell you what is happening all over town. There's so many things to do, and it exhausts me.
I am already tired. I'm not going to lie. I love my friends and I love events and I love festivity and cheer. But yes, it's also really dark outside.
I know, it's just getting so dark. But you know what's so fun to do is shop till you drop. That's
Yay!
what we do. Is it fun? I don't know. But that is definitely what our capitalist society wants you to do these days. So where do we shop? Ladies, please tell me.
We have to tell Marie because apparently she claims she makes all of her gifts.
I attempt to. I don't like to buy just stuff for the sake of buying stuff. I really do like to either give experiences or bake cookies, gluten-free cookies for Margaret, by the way.
Thank you. If I make my kid presents, that will be the worst Christmas she's ever had. I cannot imagine how disappointed she would be.
If you would just make her presents.
If I just made her presents. Like, here's some crafts and some food I made you, Marion. You didn't really want that scooter and doll, right?
Does she put her order in for Santa early?
Oh, I have an epic list on my phone under notes that she adds to all year long. And her birthday is December 1st. It was yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Marion.
So she has just a huge list for December. It's just nonstop.
How many of those items are cats or cat related?
A good 80 to 90%.
Copy that.
But I like to go to Phillips Toy Mart. It was the toy store I went to when I was a kid. I remember going there and looking at all their doll furniture for doll houses. But now my daughter does not like doll houses. She likes cats and other toys. But I go there. I also love fairy tale books in East Nashville, this little tiny shop.
That place.
And they have a bunch of really unique toys in there too, and books.
Well, for a childless lady, that's a great place to go because it is so small that whoever's working there, and usually it's one of the owners, really can advise you. I'm like, I have to buy for a 3-year-old boy. What should I get? They have such great suggestions, and everything they've ever said that I should get has worked out. But what stuff are y'all stuffing your stockings with?
I absolutely don't endorse going on Amazon.com and just like buying cheap plastic crap for your friends and loved ones. I think you should try to get something local. So I think I'll start by shouting out a bunch of our holiday markets. The biggest one maybe is Porter Flea, which takes place at the Nashville Fairgrounds. December 13th is a preview night, and then the 14th all day. There's a bunch more all over town. I think if you just look around, there's somewhere in your neighborhood doing it. But Amqui Station Farmers Market has Jingle Bell Junction. The East Nash Holiday Bash should have a bunch of great artists. And then, Margaret, you said that Bellevue has a holiday market?
It's already had a couple in November, but it's going to have another one the 14th.
I know what you're going to say when I ask you, Margaret, what your favorite place to get gifts is.
Yes, it's definitely McKay's used books. Yeah. So for listeners, I worked there 12 years. I was there before it opened in Nashville. I helped get it set up for the opening day and everything. Now that I don't work there, I haven't worked there in a long time. I still go there for Christmas shopping. So what I do, you load up all the junk in your house and they sell everything. They sell toys, they sell crafts, they sell DVDs, CDs, books, of course. I just load up all our junk and I take it there and I sell it for trade credit. And then I just holiday shop for free, essentially.
That is genius.
That is brilliant.
Yeah. And I try to get as many presents there as possible.
How much do they give for CDs these days?
I have no idea. They do buy CDs. Yep.
Okay. That's what I thought.
It kind of depends.
Okay.
Like there's a scratch section where the CDs are like 25 cents. So you're not going to get much for that. But then if you have brand new CDs, you might get more for those. So
Okay.
I'm keeping all my CDs. I have them alphabetized in booklets.
Wow, Whitney.
The cloud could go down at any minute, and then you'll all be asking to come over because I'll still have music. Do I have a CD player? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
In terms of things you can give to people that aren't just like more needless crap, I'm a huge fan of the giving of a plant. And I recommend Lawrence and Clark Cacti Company out near Old Hickory for that. Kim and her team there, it's a woman-owned shop. They are amazing. And if you walk in and say, this is my budget and this is kind of the vibe I'm going for, they will help you pick out the plant. They will plant it for you in one of their gorgeous pots they have for sale. They put little rocks on the top so it looks really classy. There's not dirt showing. And they'll even help you know how to take care of it so you can include those instructions in the gift card for your friend. And they've got little cards and trinkets and other stuff to go with it. So that is a great place to go. And then, you know, one of my favorite gifts I've ever received since moving to Nashville was somebody gave me a gift card to Escape Day Spa.
Oh, yeah.
I've received that before too. My husband gave me a gift card there once.
That place is heaven on earth. They have tubs, massages, facials, whatevers. You can do a soak. You're just in a room and it's dimly lit and it smells good. It's like an isolation tank without the freaky feeling you get from being in those float isolation tanks. I guess you could give somebody a gift card to Float Nashville too, which is literally floating in an isolation tank. But I found that very unsettling.
You did that? You've done those?
Yes.
No,
I have. I bought a pack of 3 and I went 1.5 times.
Oh my gosh.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, I had a friend who used to work there. Whenever she'd talk about it, it was just all the great benefits for doing it. True meditation, but it feels like a coffin to me that's floating.
True meditation or sheer terror.
Yeah.
Either one depends on your perspective on enclosed spaces. Well, I think these are some great options. And Margaret, you've got an article up on our website right now about the best places to shop for the holidays in Nashville, local places. So I encourage everybody to go check that out for sure. Lots of great tips in there.
Yeah.
You should check our website for the stuff that Margaret writes all the time. That's all I'm saying.
Of course.
I just want to shout out the article because I really flocked to the best membership that you could purchase for friends for the holidays. Like the Nashville Zoo is such a great family membership. I don't have children, but my mom has bought the family membership for whenever my friends with kids want to come along or, you know, my nephews are visiting. That's a great membership. Cheekwood, I've actually given that as a gift before. Adventure Science Center, Frist Art Museum, and then, of course, the Bell Court. I think I might actually give the Bell Court membership to some friends this year. That seems like a solid gift.
Yeah, very good. Obviously, Christmas is coming, but it's also, for the first time since 2005, Hanukkah aligns with Christmas.
Oh, how fun.
Doesn't happen often, but it does this year. So I want to shout out a bunch of great Hanukkah events out there for everyone to enjoy. First and foremost, it's the 10th annual Hanukkah Fest at the JCC. They will have latkes. They will have another holiday bazaar for shopping, which you should check out. That's on December 15th from 3 to 6 p.m. Fun, games, entertainment. I think latkes sound really good with this kind of weather. And I also want to shout out in Franklin, they're having the Miracle of Light in their town square on December 30th. There's going to be music, art, dinner, warm drinks, and it's BYOM. That's Bring Your Own Menorah.
Aw.
Thank you, Margaret. Thank you.
Yeah, that was cute. I like it.
And then another thing that caught my eye is Butcher and Bee, which is a fantastic restaurant over here in East Nashville. If you haven't been, they are doing their annual Hanukkah dinners again this year from December 27th to 29th in the Rose Room, which is that like private event space kind of off to the side of their building. This year, it's going to be Jewish deli themed, is what Chef Brian Weaver told me today. It's going to be Jewish deli themed with matzo ball soup, lax, pastrami, the works. And as always, let's shout out Bagel Shop, who I'm sure will have something delicious out there in Donaldson for all you bagel lovers, because those people know what they're doing. So that's what I got. What are some other like non-religious activities people can go to this month?
Sports. I love sports. Do I? Probably not.
Well, this is the right year for you, Marie.
I know. I love that, you're constantly telling me, Titans suck. Is that right?
Yes, that is accurate.
That's right.
And yes, they suck.
So you could go see the Titans suck at a sports ball game.
I'm not doing that.
Me neither. And then I've gone to one Predators game and it was one of the most fun experiences.
You didn't hate it.
It was brief, but it was enjoyable.
The Preds games are fun. Sadly, they also kind of suck right now, but they're fun. Whether you like hockey or not, you don't even really have to know what's going on. You can just watch the men crash around. The music is great. Many kinds of hot chicken.
Margaret, have you ever taken your fam to a Predators game?
No, it's not in my radar.
Yeah.
to do that.
Would it surprise you if I told you that the Preds mascot is a cat?
Oh, I did not know that, actually. Don't tell my daughter that.
Would that increase interest?
We're not a sports family.
Margaret, I know you've got your eye on a parade, though.
That's true, yes. So I don't know if you remember, but Nashville used to have a Christmas parade, and it stopped during the pandemic. So they haven't done one since, I think it was 2022.
Was that when they were trying to have like Kid Rock be the Grand Marshal?
I think so.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. So since we've kind of like gone out into the country in surrounding counties to go to Christmas parades, but now there's one in Nashville. It's in Bellevue, the Bellevue area. We're having our first Christmas parade, and I'm really excited. It starts at the Bellevue Middle School, and we'll go to One Bellevue, the shopping center where the Bellevue Mall used to be.
I bet Santa will be there.
Santa's going to be there. I think
I
Mrs.
love
Claus
Santa.
is supposed to be there.
Wow. The couple's out, a hot date for them.
Couples outing.
I love that.
Like, they have so many great opportunities to be together this time of year. All right, the last thing I want to shout out, and I can't even begin to imagine how awesome this is going to be, but I did notice that there is a Muppet Christmas drag brunch at City Winery on December 21st.
I mean, that is incredible. I don't know what it exactly will entail, but oh my gosh.
Your guess is as good as mine. I hope that in the grand tradition of Muppet Christmas Carol, all of the characters are Muppets except whoever is playing Scrooge.
Yes. Well, something I am very much looking forward to is the Nutcracker put on by the Nashville Ballet. Yes. I love the Nutcracker.
We do love the Nutcracker. If you want a non-Muppet Christmas Carol, we've got Nashville Rep doing a Christmas Carol at TPAC. And then just to round out the trio of holiday favorites, it's like the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. The Symphony is doing the Messiah, of course. Handel's Messiah. You'll know that if you're not familiar as where the Hallelujah Chorus comes from. Marie, what other shows are coming up? There's some comedy. Yeah.
Mike Birbiglia and Nikki Glazer are both coming to the Ryman.
Woo! you? Have you seen either of them live before?
I've seen them both many times, actually. Mike had his one-man show, Sleepwalk With Me, that I saw premiere, like the debut of it in New York City a long time ago. And then Nikki Glazer, I actually used to do comedy shows with her coming up in New York, and she is amazing. And I've seen her before at the Ryman, and she always has new material. So if you've seen her before, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be even better.
That's awesome. Well, I have 2 suggestions for Margaret. One is Pentatonics at Bridgestone Arena, December 5th. That's a 5-person a cappella group. Are you familiar, Margaret?
No, I am not. I'm worried, though.
My nephew loves them.
Are they cats?
No.
Oh.
No. Marie, you're making a face.
I am obsessed with them.
Oh my God.
And I also want everybody to watch the movie on Netflix, Meet Me Next Christmas. Pentatonics is in the movie, and the whole storyline revolves around them. So it's the best Christmas movie I've seen so far. It's on Netflix. Meet Me at Christmas.
Why is it the best Christmas?
It has a cappella singing, and it has a little love story and some drama.
So you like a cappella singing is what you're saying.
It amazes me. It feels like magic.
We'll get into that at another We'll get into that at another time. And then
I'll do some a cappella musicals if you want.
Oh, right now?
Sure. Oh, we're doing West Side Story, apparently.
I don't know. Or Billy Joel's For the Longest Time was the first thing that popped into my head. That works too. But then another one for you, Margaret. There's a band called The Ornaments, and they have a long-standing tradition here in Nashville where they perform the music from A Charlie Brown Christmas. That's running December 17th through the 22nd at Eastside Bowl. They do have a Saturday matinee at 2 p.m. on the 21st, which might be great for the kiddos. I do believe that, as usual, Santa potentially makes it over there too. He's so busy. I don't know how he does it.
Yes, I've been several times. And again, I know I've brought this up, but they are shepherd's pie at the East Side Wash or the East Bowl. What is it called?
East Side
Wash.
Yeah.
That's what I used to be.
I know.
Yeah, I remember just, eating some of that shepherd's pie while watching The Ornaments. 10-10 recommend.
10-10 recommend. And then real quick, I want to go through a couple more concerts that folks might be interested in. We've got Casey Musgraves at Bridgestone December 6th. We've got 6-1 Tribe and Chuck Indigo at Eastside Bowl December 7th. Chuck has been getting a lot of great press around his newest album, so y'all check that out. Robert Earl Keen has come out of retirement. Woohoo! And he'll be with Elizabeth Cook at the Ryman, local fave Elizabeth Cook at the Ryman December 12th. And then last but not least, I want to shout out my friend Puddle's Pity Party, who will be at City Winery December 16th. Does anybody know Puddle's Pity Party?
I've done shows with Puddles.
You know Puddles?
Yeah, we go back, way back.
He's a great guy. Marie, can you explain Puddles to the people?
He's the saddest clown.
He's the saddest clown with a golden voice.
He's like a classically trained singer.
Yes.
Just unbelievable.
7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Only sings. Doesn't talk. Wears a giant clown suit. People might have remember him. He went viral with a cover of Lord's Royals. And we're going to be royals. And it's on YouTube, and it's amazing if you don't know what we're talking about. But you will laugh, and you will also cry. I know Puddle's Pity Party thanks to CityCast Las Vegas host David Figler. So shout out to our colleagues in Vegas. That concludes your concert and show roundup. Somebody else talk now.
This is what we were very excited to discuss. Where to see your holiday lights, right? Because there's so many, you can stick to your residential areas, but where in town?
I've been to all the major holiday lights.
Wow.
And if I'm going to pick one, if you're just going to one single holiday light show, I'm going to pick Zoolumination.
Zoolumination.
Yes,
you have to say it like that.
Oh, Zoolumination.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I don't know what I was doing there. But it's an Asian-inspired Chinese lantern festival. They have just giant dragons, so many cool things. Performances by Chinese performers that do like sort of martial arts things, and also older Chinese dances that I just love. There's lots of folklore happening. There's also, if you want the Christmas side of things, there's at the farm section, there's a Christmas village at the zoo.
Wait, the zoo has a farm section?
Whitney, I need to take you to the zoo.
Like a petting zoo?
No, it does have a petting zoo, but that's separate. So the land that the zoo, I could just have an episode about this. The land that the zoo is on used to be a farm. And when they bought the land, they kept the farm. And they have farm animals over there too.
It's a very multi-purpose zoo.
It is. It's a cool zoo.
Well, I'm psyched about zoo illumination. I missed my chance last year and I'm not going to miss it again. Those things look really cool.
We went on Christmas Eve one year and I think it's my favorite Christmas Eve that I've ever done. It was just really neat to walk around zoo illumination on Christmas Eve. They have the best hot chocolate and it was really magical.
They also have booze.
Yes,
They have lots of booze there.
Zoo booze illumination.
There are some other really good ones. Cheekwood. One year they had carolers, and I hope they're doing that again because it was really magical to listen to the carolers. And then there's Opryland, which is kind of a hot mess. I do like going, but in terms of figuring out how to go, it is a hot mess. But I do have lots of recommendations there that I'll try to get through real quick. I recommend parking at Opry Mills Mall, the Regal Cinemas. Just park all the way at the end of Regal Cinemas. Don't have to pay for parking, which is ridiculously expensive.
That's a good call.
And you walk over. It is a bit of a walk, but it is worth it. If you go during the week, you can walk through without paying, but you can't go to the ice event. If you go in the on the weekends, you have to have a ticketed event. You have to purchase a ticket. It can be to their ice children's thing, but it can be to something else. So if you're like, I don't want to spend the money on ice, you can buy a riverboat tour and instead go see the lights that way.
Oh. Wait, so they have an ice rink in there in the wintertime?
They do actually have an ice rink, but then they have a separate ice. It's called ice because it's a children's area where they carve things out of ice in there.
Oh.
So this year's theme is Frosty the Snowman. And one last tip, if you have a kid that goes to Metro Nashville Public School, stop by your local library and you can get these bookmarks and you read 5 books and you get a free ticket during select dates for kids and discounted tickets for adults. That's to the ice. Again, that's like a separate ticketed event to the lights.
Got it. Very nice. Very nice.
This is news to me that you have to purchase a ticket to enter the hotel during the weekends.
So they changed that. It used to not be that way, but too many people were going for free, I guess. So now they want you to have a ticket on the weekends.
Can we talk about some drive-through Christmas lights? This is my favorite thing to do ever since they had that insane thing at the Nashville Fairgrounds a couple years that was like the big machine holiday vomitorium of lights. And you just drive at like 2 miles an hour and there's lasers and stuff.
I love that stuff.
I don't think that thing's happening at the fairgrounds, but I'm obsessed. What are some good places we can go do that?
Well, I have not attended this, but a friend of mine was telling me all about it, that they go every single year. It's called Chad's Winter Wonderland. It's in Lebanon, and they've been doing it for 40 years. Chad, I don't know if it's still Chad, but I love that there's this right guy named Chad just out there stringing 3 million lights.
Whoa.
And actually on YouTube, I did the experience. I just watched it and it is it is pretty cool. It was just like I was right there with Chad. There's Frosty the Snowman, there's the Grinch, there's Santa, there's a concession stand where you can get famous cinnamon bread that they're selling. So basically you just load up your car. It's $25 per car. Make sure you have cash. I also read some of the Yelp reviews about it. 1-star Yelp reviews about Chad's Winter Wonderland for the fact there was this one family from New Jersey who was like, all we wanted to do was see Chad's lights, but he didn't take Venmo. So make sure you have cash.
Oh my God, I love the idea that they drove down here from New Jersey just to go to Chad's Winter Wonderland.
That's how famous Chad's Winter. Wow. So I'm going to try it this year because it just seems like, might as well check it out. Chad's Winter Wonderland.
All right.
We go to Franktown Festival of Lights, which is in Franklin, and it benefits a nonprofit.
Not just Chad.
Not Chad. It doesn't benefit Chad. All proceeds go to a nonprofit. And it's $35, so it's a little more expensive, but you can pay online and with a card, and you do not have to have cash.
Wow.
So I think it's a similar-ish experience. It also has a concession stand at the end. You can get s'mores and hot chocolate and other holiday snacks. They have a little fire pit too, and there's a Christmas tree where you can take pictures. And then on Wednesdays, some Wednesdays, you can walk through it if you want.
Oh.
Which I might do this year.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
Yeah.
But not Chad's Winter Wonderland.
Not Chad's Winter Wonderland.
Don't get out of your car at Chad's.
That's amazing. All right. Should we wrap up by talking about the thing that happens at the very end of this month?
What happens?
A bunch of people get real drunk.
Oh, yes.
Winter solstice to me is what happens.
Thank you,
Oh.
Margaret. That's a far healthier perspective. No, it's New Year's Eve. And folks, if you're new here, we have one of the biggest New Year's Eve spectaculars in the country. It airs on national television and it features all your faves.
Last year, Elle King made quite a stir. Do you
That's
remember?
true. She sure did. She seemed extremely sober. So you'll be glad to know that this year, New Year's Eve Live is sponsored by Jack Daniels.
Oh, good.
It's
You know what? I've always said that about downtown Nashville. You know what it needs more of? Jack Daniels.
It's they're inviting you to toast to 2025 in Music City with Keith Urban, Kane Brown, Jelly Roll. Presumably there will be a woman somewhere on the lineup.
exactly
and
what I
if
was
you can't
thinking.
get there in person, you can tune into New Year's Eve Live, Nashville's Big Bash on CBS, streaming on Paramount Plus. And I will tell you where I will be is nowhere near that, sitting in a bar making fun of it on television. Ladies, what do you like to do for New Year's Eve?
I will be reading.
Oh,
I will be at home reading.
be careful.
So, yeah.
Do you
I'll
already
try.
have your book picked out for
I will be honest. I read around 3 books a week.
Oh, so you don't have it mapped out for
No,
what book you'll be reading as the clock strikes midnight in 2025.
I have a complicated process of choosing books that I probably should not go into for the podcast.
If you'd like to suggest a book for Margaret to be reading when the clock strikes midnight this
Yes,
year, email us
please.
at nashville@citycast.fm.
I will read it. I will genuinely read it.
Marie?
Well, I do really very much enjoy watching the Nashville Bash on TV in the safety of my own home. I love watching the ball drop first at 11 o'clock in New York City and then having all my New York friends like, Happy New Year's. It's like, nope, we still got one more hour here in Nashville and then watching the ball drop here in Nashville. But I would not go downtown.
There will also be fireworks thanks to the Jack Daniels New Year's Eve Live Big Bash Spectacular. So get the Trazodone ready for the pups if that's something you need. But otherwise, be safe, make good choices. Let's end this year on a high note.
Yes.
It's our first year of city casting.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yay.
We did it. And we can't wait to be in your ear and in your inbox in 2025.
I love that we're saying this to people on December 2nd.
I know.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Stick with us for just
Stick with
one
us
more
for
month.
one more month. I know. I love it. But I would like to hear what people are up to for New Year's Eve. And they have plenty of time to write us to let us know what you all are up to.
Happy holidays, y'all.
That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. Hope everybody has an amazing December. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Toodles!